All right, guys, I forgot to play my intro. Oh my gosh, here we go. Wednesday, October 18th, we are still on this war. You got to add the bonds and TLT. We talked about that this morning. We'll get to my list here. Let's switch to the macro list in a second. But we talked about the danger of if TLT hits a new low, which was 84.06. Now we're below 84.06. That could be bad news for the markets, particularly KRE, IWM, and RK. Well, everything's down. Look at that. So we did take that trigger. Wow, and look at gold. Now, all right, so look at this. Gold, oil, VIX exploding. I think a lot of this is war-related. Also, the defense stocks are exploding. Let's go to our top 5 picks. I know we have Netflix and Tesla calls this afternoon, but I'm not thinking about that. I'm not worried about it. I'm not making bets on earnings, all right? We'll react to earnings, okay? Not making bets on earnings, so we're not talking about it here. All right, gold was our number 1 pick of the day via call options, okay? That was the pick we gave you today. And man, out of the gate, it was incredible. We were up so much money. I got to tell you, we didn't manage it right. We didn't ensure our profits when things started going down, but now we're back in the green, all right? We're back in the green on gold calls, our number 1 pick of the day. This move in gold is definitely war related. Also, this move in oil, it's popping right now. We'll look at the oil chart in just a second. I mean, things are going crazy right at the moment as we're speaking to you. But, you know, I'm not going to go over all the geopolitics. I spent about 5-10 minutes on it this morning and the situation in Israel and why I think it could spill into a regional war. Oh my gosh, look at this. Gold move is incredible right now. Really flying. Boom, 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 boom. Wow. All right. So look at this. This is really separating itself. You know, well, gold does good in a low interest rate environment. The real rates. The lower the real rates are, the better gold does. For that reason, gold generally actually moves with the market. So if markets are up, gold is up. Bonds are going down. That's usually bad for gold. But we see gold up 1.5% with TLT down. That's telling you this is war related. This is geopolitical purchasing of gold, fears of Armageddon or whatever it is. That's why people buy gold in times like this. And then USO, I got to pull up USO also to have this discussion, because USO actually has a lot of tailwinds going for it right now, moving up with gold right now, right? Exploding up with gold. These stocks, USO and gold, they do well in war. They just do. That's a reality. On top of that, USO up because GDP stronger than expected out of China this morning. Also, drawdowns, inventory drawdowns, stronger than expected this morning. So lots of fundamental tailwinds for oil. We have an oil swing position in calls, and this one breaking above the 20 DMA this morning was really setting up nicely. Today, intraday, when we saw this break of 80, we added more to our oil swing position. I think oil looks like probably it's hard to predict oil, just like the chop of it is really hard to predict. But the general idea that oil is going to go up, this is a weapon. It's an economic weapon which will be wielded, I believe, by Middle Eastern countries in response to the conflict in the Middle East. Wow, look at gold just exploding right at this moment. This is unbelievable price action this morning. So man, am I happy that we're back in the green on this one, because didn't have the proper exits on this, but exited at bad times. Thank God we got back in, and now we're green. Okay, so listen, I think gold, where could this go? We're mostly day trading. We'll keep a smaller swing position. I'm looking at this chart, and we reviewed what happened on 9/11 to gold, and man, it moved up like $50, something like that. So I mean, how much have we moved up on gold here since the war? We moved up from 173 to 181. That's not a huge move yet. Listen, I think in this particular situation, I think gold is poised to go above 190 if it happens. If we start having bombs and missiles and stuff being exchanged between the U.S. ships out there in the waters and Iran, something like that, I mean, forget about it. This gold's going over 200. Okay, USO also is going to go like explode. Right now, I hope those things don't happen. But right now, you got to realize it's all about market psychology and anticipating the anticipation of others, right? That's what we do here. So it's not like I want Armageddon. It's not like this only works out if there's Armageddon. It's that I think other people are worried about that. So I want to be part of their fear, right? I want to be in that trade. And when I see that theme dying out, any like first kind of news that might invalidate this thesis, and okay, the rest of the people will interpret this as the danger is less, right? Well, that's when I'll pull back on ideas like this on gold and oil. But for right now, all right, this is full on kind of war preparation. All right, people are preparing for war financially by buying gold. They're preparing for war financially by buying oil. They're preparing for war by buying SWBI, RGR, POWW. We still like them. Look at NOC. We got a swing position in NOC, and this you can tell now when this is validation that this pop, which I don't know if there was something that just came out of the news. It's very possible, but there's something that maybe just came out of the news that caused the spike in gold, oil, and the defense stocks. Very possible, but it's not even needed, okay? Because it's heading in that direction anyway. You don't even need a headline, okay? It's unfortunately on the way there to escalating tensions in the Middle East. So now with that, let's dig down a little deeper into these specific stocks. So gold calls was our number one pick of the day. ARDX, number two pick of the day. We told you it could be very volatile, and it's like, yeah, you might see it crash towards the two support levels we gave you with 375 and then the gap fill at 350. And right in the middle, can you believe it? Exactly in the middle of the two support levels. So we didn't play this perfectly, but we gave you a good analysis. Okay, so we're like, yeah, it could pull back sharply at first, and then boom, on the FDA approval. But the key on this one is they're getting the non-dilutive financing for commercialization, and that's why that's good news. Other FDA approvals often get sold off pretty hard. What happened with the VIX there? Hold on. Did VIX also have some crazy move and pullback? Let me see. Yeah, wow, look at that. VIX, ooh, I don't know if there was any news. If anyone knows what news may have caused this big spike, I have my notifications off while I do the show. Maybe I should put them on so I can get my Twitter notifications. But in any case, if anyone knows, put a comment in YouTube or Rumble. I know there's I just saw it. In fact, let me just double check. I want to see this. I know there are people on Twitter who watch this too. All right, not a ton. I'm in here twice. Okay, only 7 of you. All right. But in any case, I'm not going to see your comments if you comment on Twitter. You'll have to head on over to YouTube link or the Rumble link to put your chats in. So SWBI. Okay, this has been one. Been really excited about this. New 52-week high basically every single day. This was high on our list, number 3 pick of the day. Yep, number 3 pick of the day because it did have a new closing high. Had a new closing high yesterday. It did SWBI. And remember, why did I make it number 3? Because Powell was up 10%. And I said, which one has the best technical? Which of these gun stocks have the best technical setup to make their move today? So we looked at that and we said SWBI is the one. I'm looking for where a new 52-week high. Man, look at that. You got to really go back. I got to go weekly chart here. It is a weekly chart. Where is my target here? It's kind of hard to see. We got to zoom in a little. Oops, I just crashed. So, all right, let's see. Okay, 16 more days and then we'd lose this beautiful app. Okay, so SWBI, let me go back. Let me see if I can zoom into this somehow and get us a better. Oh, no, I can't. See, maybe it's not as beautiful as I thought this app. All right, let me just check my E-Trade on my desktop over here and see if I can get you a target on SWBI, or at least the next resistance level. Okay, I'm going to do that here. You don't quite see it, but wow, this is beautiful. In fact, you know what? I'll show it to you because this is fun. All right, so let's head on over to my desktop. We're going to share our screen over here. Here we go. There's a lot going on in this platform here. Remove this. There we go. Oops, not the one I wanted to show you. That's the view I wanted to show you. All right, SWBI. Look at this. This is a weekly moving average. I love this. Beautiful. All right, so your target or resistance, right? Yeah, right up there. 1491. That's your 200-week moving average. 200-week moving average. That's a moving average, man. 200-week moving average over at 1491. But I got to tell you, it might get resistance there initially and pull back, but I think this thing is headed to 16, 18, 19 bucks, something like that. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I've been talking about these gun stocks. Let me just kind of tell you how I think about it. Let's move back over to my phone for a second. All right. Let me just tell you how I think about this one more time if you missed it. The demand for guns and ammunition right now, I believe, is unprecedented in modern history of the United States. Unprecedented. I've never, and I'm telling you, every day I'm trying to validate the thesis on a day-to-day basis. It's something happened today to invalidate that, right? And no, every single day, it's just the drumbeat is increasing. People want to buy gun stocks. People want to buy ammunition. People who never, ever were into that before, all right? People around my circles, whatever it is, they never uttered a word ever or the thought or the idea of buying a gun, and they are. They are. I think there were some bond sales that just hit around 1 o'clock, and maybe it was better than 15 that was supposed to happen. If someone knows what happened with an auction, I think there was a treasury auction around 1. Maybe it was better than expected because you do see TLT popping sharply right now. I don't know the news on that, but let me tell you how I think about this. Okay. This is totally arbitrary, but I believe based on the social media footprint and the conversations that the demand for guns and ammunition, I think it's fair to say, is at least 2x of what it was before. Okay. So when I look at SWBI that was at $13 before this broke out, right? And it's only at $14.39 now. I'm like, no. And listen, I forgot where it was. I was having a conversation, one of our VIP rooms. I'm like, there is no catalyst under this earth short of, Messiah coming down tomorrow. Okay. In which case, maybe we don't even need to worry about money as much, right? But there's no catalyst under this earth that can change the momentum and the demand for guns right now. Every scenario, I went through every scenario in my head, and every scenario remains the same. Every single day, the demand for guns and ammunition is going to remain high for the foreseeable future. All right. So if you're doubling, and it's totally arbitrary based on the social media footprint, but if you're doubling the demand for guns, well, to me, that means you can double your share price. Okay. I know that's not the fundamental way to do it. Okay. I'm not doing a fundamental analysis and looking at their financial model and seeing how much of that, how's their EPS going to improve. But back of the napkin, like, how does the rest of the market look at this? Right. I think you can see that type of mood. Now, look, we're mostly day trading. All right. We increased our day trade position in SWBI today, but we still have a swing position. So we'll just kind of trade this every day that we think, like, for example, we didn't add any day trading position to POWW today. Yesterday was POWW's day, right? Based on the technicals. We still have a swing position. And today, based on the technicals, we said, hey, it's SWBI's turn. But I think this is headed to something like close to a double. I can, at least, 16 to 20 is reasonable in this kind of unprecedented demand for guns and ammunition. So I think SWBI is headed there, and that goes for all these stocks. Look, RGR looks like now it's outperforming. All right. So RGR now doing better. We do have some swing shares in RGR. So RGR as well. RGR before this outbreak started on October 6th. So it closes 51.80, 51.68. So we're up like 10% since then. That's not enough. This thing's going to be up 30 to 50% or something. This thing's going to be 60 plus soon. All right. That's my take on it. All right. So that's why we have a large position in SWBI, and I think it's heading to 1490 in the very near future. Okay. Maybe even today. I think that's very possible on SWBI. All right. POWW still like it to the 290s. Like I said, swing position. Could happen today, but no, I didn't like the technicals as much pre-market action or even just the chart as much as I like SWBI this morning. But yeah, they were swinging it. You can see the gap. We're in the middle of this gap, so it's heading to that gap fill in the high 290s, and then we'll take it from there. I might just sell some in the 290s and keep some for potential break of 3. Maybe I wouldn't be surprised to see Powell at $4, $5, $6. It's done it before. You can see that. Right. Look at these moves to, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10. And this was probably around election political stuff. And oh my gosh, Democrats are going to take our gun rights away. So we got to buy a lot of stuff, load up. Like, I think that's what that was. To me, this is even a bigger catalyst. I really believe what's going on now, even a bigger catalyst. I really wouldn't be surprised to see in a few weeks POWW up to $5, $6, $7, $8. I think that's possible. All right. So let's review. Number one pick of the day was gold options, gold calls. We specifically gave you that idea for call options in gold. Hard to trade, I admit it. But so far, for us at least now, it's working out. Then ARDX, also a little bit hard to trade. We don't have a huge position. SWBI, we have a nice size position we're riding. RGR, we have a small swing position. Okay, POWW just told you about. Then the number 4 pick of the day was gold, ARDX, SWBI. The number 4 pick of the day was NOC. Okay, that's so we got defense stocks. Okay, and the defense stocks we're looking at are NOC, Lockheed Martin, and RTX. They're all doing about the same. Okay, fine. They're all doing about the same. We just chose NOC because we think it's been outperforming and got that analyst opinion that it was the most undervalued. I forgot which analyst it was, and ever since that day, it's been like generally really outperforming. I got to tell you though, RTX, this is a nice breakout for RTX. So it was yesterday's high. RTX 74.92. Oh, it's awfully close. RTX, I believe, is heading. I think it's gonna outperform soon. At some point, I think it's gonna outperform because it's underperformed. Don't forget, they've made Iron Dome, Israel's defense system, together with Raphael Technologies. So, okay, anyway, I think that's probably headed to 79 or so. RTX. All right, our number 5 pick of the day, which we didn't trade because it was our number 5 pick, but we said, hey, this could do well today, was Peloton. It didn't do well today. Okay, so Peloton, oh my gosh, it's still holding in 20. NBA, WNBA deal after the Lululemon deal. Listen, if the world doesn't end and somehow we recover, I think Peloton's going to be good. I had some longer term in my personal account and my retirement account. Actually, I bought some Peloton, and I gave up on it. I gave up on a couple days to buy gold in my retirement account. I was really like gold. So, okay, whatever. But Peloton, that's great news. If you have faith in the conflict not getting out of hand, got great catalysts and great technical support, 20 DMA on Peloton. So if you're going to be long something, that might be good. We're getting further pops right as we speak. I wonder if news came out. You know what? Notifications on. Maybe I should just leave my notifications on from now on when I do this show, because I want to know what's going on in the world. All right. So CRISPR, CRSP, a note from Rumble. Well, I've never researched CRISPR. I'm interested in this technology. I really am. I know. Uh, I think Kathy Woods is into CRISPR and or DNA. I forgot which ones, but man, it's been on my watch list. I intend to buy it one day. I just never got around to it, but now's the time for me. I'm focused on the war. Okay. Let's see what else we got going on. That was a top 5. We covered the top 5. I really do want to figure out what's going on with the bonds and the bond auction. UAL, did we? UAL we shorted right out of the gate. I don't remember if we gave it to you on the morning because of the or we talked about it, but we made a little bit of money on UAL. Let me just see if I can find any news on the bond auction here. All right, that was 19 minutes ago, 1 p.m. No, that was I don't know. I have to figure it out. I can't figure it out. All right, but I got to see what's going on with TLT. I imagine carry's coming back a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, carry's coming back a little bit on this bond. All right, I got to get going and do some more research. This is interesting that we're seeing the markets pop at the same time as we're seeing the defense stocks and oil stocks going up and gold going up. It's like, on one hand, it's reacting to bonds. On the other hand, is it more geopolitical stuff? I have to look into that and find out. But anyway, here's another day where it looks like our number 1 pick of the day will work out once again. A little bit tricky to play, but man, day after day after day, opening price set to be higher. I mean, the closing price set to be higher than the opening price. And we'll see what kind of percentage return we end up on the options. Should have been much higher than it is, but glad to report that we're in the green right now on that. And with that, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks, everyone, for watching. And if you want to join our 9 a.m. show, 9 a.m. VIP show, I put hours of research into this every morning and come up with your number 1 pick of the day and top 5 pick of the day and explain market price action to you. If you want to be part of that experience, you just install our app for free. Go to storytrading.com/app. Go there right now, storytrading.com/app. You can install it for free, set up your quick profile for free. Just it takes a few seconds. And you can also get a free trial. And you can cancel anytime, even before the free trial ends, over inside the app. And then we can see you at 9 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning. And with that, I bid you farewell. See you soon.